What happens when a song goes too far? Well, today we're ranking the top 5 most controversial songs in country music history. In the spirit of country music's outlaw originators, these songs are not afraid to get pretty dark. They touch on hot-button issues like birth control, drug use, and domestic violence. And some of them nearly ended the artists' careers. So today we're not making any judgments about these songs. Some are definitely classics, some are less so. Ultimately, you have to be the judge. Did these songs cross the line or not? All I can do is promise you, from Loretta Lynn to Garth Brooks, you're not going to be able to look at the people who sang these songs the same way again. Before we begin, hit that thumbs up icon to show us some support. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video. But now let's dive into the dumpster fire and go find out.
What happened?
Loretta Lynn, The Pill.
And from now on, won't take up so much your...
In today's anything goes world, Loretta Lynn doesn't seem like a controversial figure. She was a mother of 6 who wore long dresses and sang ballads. Heck, we're not talking about Cardi B here. But despite this, Loretta was one of the more controversial figures in country music history. Did you know that 14 of her songs were banned from the radio? So come on, let's take a look at the secret story behind what is probably her most contentious track. The one that almost ended her career at its pinnacle. Well, The Pill is about exactly what you'd expect, birth control. The song takes the form of a woman who has recently gotten access to the pill, which allows her to finally stop having kids whenever her husband wants her to. Well, in 1975, this was understandably a sore subject. The label refused Loretta to release it for 3 years. And even after its release, dozens of radio stations refused to play it. But despite their best intentions, the song was a hit. In fact, it was the highest selling song on the pop charts. But there's more to the story than that. Back in the day, it was relatively rare for singer-songwriters to compose their own material. But to say that The Pill was inspired by Loretta's life is an understatement. She was married at the age of 13 and had 4 kids before she was 18. So she certainly knows what she's talking about. Loretta Lynn passed away in 2022 at the age of 90. She certainly saw many changes over the course of her life, for better and for worse. Eric Church, Smoke a Little Smoke.
Act like tomorrow's 10 years away.
Artists have gone to battle with their labels for many reasons. Artistic control, personal values, cold hard cash. And I know, yeah, it's usually the last one. But Eric Church put up a fight against his bosses for a different reason. One that Willie Nelson would certainly approve of. And the story of what he did to make it happen is remarkable. The Devil's Lettuce is certainly familiar to many country musicians. Remember Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die. But despite that history, many in the industry were nervous to reference the substance. Enter Eric Church, a longtime smoker and advocate for the green stuff. Well, he came up with an anthem to his stuff of choice for Smoke a Little Smoke. But when he showed the song to his label, they said absolutely not. Now Eric was in a tough place, so he reached out to the only people he could, his fans. He began playing the song at his live shows to gauge their reactions. And the results were crystal clear. They absolutely loved it. So Eric went back to his label and said, "Look, I love it, the fans love it, the only problem is you guys." So he threatened to quit the label if they would not release the track. And the bargain worked. Eric put out Smoke a Little Smoke, and believe it or not, the world did not explode, and the song was widely liked and helped widen Eric's fan base. But our next song would not be as widely liked. In fact, it would almost destroy the careers of 2 different legends from 2 different genres. Brad Paisley and LL Cool J, Accidental Racist.
Just a proud rebel son with an old can of worms. Looking like I got a lot to learn.
At first glance, this song seemed to be a layup, an ode to the national unity from 2 huge pop stars. What could go wrong? Well, a whole lot. In the song, the stars share their insecurities about their heritage. and call for an end to racial divisions in this country. But almost immediately, the song generated a storm of controversy. So what exactly was it that got people so riled up? Well, while some appreciated the song's message, others thought it was clumsy and, ironically, accidentally racist. Many people pointed to the lines where LL Cool J says, quote, "If you don't judge my gold chains, I'll forget the iron chains. And if you don't judge my do-rag, I won't judge your red flag." Which, I mean, yeah, I don't love it. But perhaps the song's biggest sin was its excessive length. It was almost 6 minutes long. Well, the media was all over accidental racist, and the song was parodied on countless shows like Saturday Night Live. But despite efforts to mock it, the song still performed respectably, reaching spot 77 on the Hot 100. So what do you think? Were critics too quick to jump on an earnest call for love and peace? Get in the comments and let me know your thoughts. The Chicks, Goodbye Earl.
Marianne and Wanda were the best of friends all through.
You may know the Dixie Chicks, today known as the Chicks, for their controversies involving the Iraq War and patriotism. But before all that, the Chicks were almost canceled for another song, Goodbye Earl. The song is about a relationship between two people named Wanda and Earl. Now Earl begins to physically abuse Wanda. When she files for divorce and gets a restraining order, he puts her in the hospital. Along with her friend Marianne, Wanda ends the relationship once and for all by poisoning Earl's black-eyed peas. The song became even more controversial after its video was released. Now I think it's a comical, farcical affair studded with celebrities. But at the end of the video, the whole town celebrates Earl's death, including a zombie version of Earl himself by dancing in the style of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Dozens of radio stations banned the song for its light treatment of extremely dark subject matter. But then, as often happens, there was backlash to the backlash. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence said that banning the song only pushed the issue into the darkness, and they advocated for playing the tune, along with information for how people can get out of similar situations. While the song did not perform as well as some of their material, it did not flop either. What ended up taking down the Dixie Chicks was a completely different controversy, which we have an entire other video detailing, so watch that one next. Garth Brooks, The Thunder Rolls.
City's looking like a ghost town on a moonless summer night.
Now this song seemed like a recipe for a hit, a huge name, an intense, moody instrumental, and a classic country subject matter of infidelity. But the song courted controversy for an unusual reason. It had a secret fourth verse that changed the meaning of the song completely. And because of this, there was huge backlash and a subsequent cover-up from the record label. Okay, The Thunder Rolls details a classic story. A man goes out and cheats on his wife. Yuck. She knows, of course, and he drives home and she frets in the house. Thunder rages outside and inside. But here's the thing. Garth had originally helped write the song for Tanya Tucker, and at the time, the song had a fourth verse, in which the scorned wife grabs her pistol and kills her husband in revenge. Now Garth's version left this last verse off, but he began singing it live. And wouldn't you guess it, the audience loved it. So when it came out to put out a music video, Garth was inspired by that fourth verse, and he played the role of the bad guy himself, playing up his scumminess and his character shot. But not everybody appreciated this edgy take. CMT immediately banned the video, both for its violence and its social commentary, which of course encouraged people to see it. Soon, everybody tried to get their hands on the music video. And ironically, it was nominated for a Grammy and won the CMA Video of the Year. These controversial country hits are a testament to the power of country music. Whether it's right or wrong, these tracks started conversations, and they also got people riled up. But at the end of the day, country music fans aren't scared to speak their minds, and it's a good thing our country has them. So what do you think? Did any of these songs actually go too far? Or did the media and the record label blow them out of proportion? Do you like any of these songs? Do you hate any of these songs? Get in the comments and tell us all your thoughts. Before you head out of here, please click that thumbs up icon to show us some support. Subscribe to our channel and come back often so we can keep telling you